Let's be honest, being broke sucks. Living paycheck to paycheck. Feeling like no matter how hard you work, your money just disappears. And here's the scary part. Most people aren't broke because they don't earn enough. They're broke because of 3 deadly mistakes they don't even realize they're making. In this video, I'm going to break down those 3 mistakes in detail. I'll show you how they trap you, how to spot them in your own life, and most importantly, how to fix them. If you've ever thought, why am I always struggling with money? Stick with me, because the answer is probably right here. Setting the stage, why people stay broke. First, let's clear something up. Being broke doesn't always mean you're lazy or irresponsible. In fact, many broke people are some of the hardest workers I know. The problem? They're running on the wrong system. Imagine trying to win a race, but your car has 3 flat tires. Doesn't matter how hard you push the gas, you won't go far. Those flat tires? They're the money mistakes we're about to talk about. They quietly drain your energy, your motivation, and your future wealth. And the worst part is, they're so common, you might not even realize you're making them. 1. Thinking like a consumer instead of an owner. This is the #1 mindset mistake keeping people broke. See, most broke people have been trained to think like consumers. They spend money the second they get it. They see money as something to use up, not something to grow. They'll get a paycheck and instantly start asking, what can I buy? While wealthy people, they ask, what can I build? Think about it. When you buy a new iPhone, the money leaves your pocket and goes straight into Apple's pocket. You're the consumer. But when you own Apple stock, every time someone else buys that iPhone, part of that profit flows back to you. That's the owner mindset. Now, I'm not saying never buy nice things, but the order matters. Broke people spend first and invest later, if at all. Wealthy people invest first, then spend what's left. I knew a guy who worked a steady job, made about $50,000 a year. But every time he got paid, he upgraded his lifestyle. New shoes, new gadgets, always the latest subscription service. 10 years went by, and he was still broke. Compare that to another friend, same income level, but he decided that every paycheck, he'd invest 20% before spending a dime. At first, it didn't feel like much. But now, after a decade, his portfolio is worth over $150,000. Same income, different mindset, different result. So the question is, are you living as a consumer or as an owner? 2. Ignoring the power of debt, good versus bad. Debt is one of the most misunderstood topics in personal finance. And ignoring it is a massive mistake keeping people broke. Most broke people fall into one of 2 traps. 1. They rack up bad debt, credit cards, payday loans, financing luxuries they can't afford. 2. Or they fear all debt, even the kind that could actually help them grow. Let's break that down. Bad debt is money you borrow for something that loses value or doesn't generate income. Think of a $1,500 couch you put on a credit card and pay off over 3 years. By the time you're done, you've paid double because of interest. That couch isn't making you money, it's costing you. Good debt, on the other hand, is money you borrow to acquire something that pays you back. A mortgage on a rental property, for example, or a business loan that helps you scale. But here's the key mistake. Broke people don't differentiate. They treat all debt as either free money or the devil. Wealthy people, they use debt strategically like a tool. Take Sarah, for instance. She had $5,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest. That's brutal. For years, she only made minimum payments, which meant she was basically paying the bank to stay broke. Finally, she got serious. She consolidated that debt into a personal loan at 8% interest. Then, she built a repayment plan. Within 2 years, she was debt-free. Now here's the plot twist. Once she was free from bad debt, she wasn't afraid of borrowing anymore. She later used a small business loan to start her own online store, which now brings in more each month than her old 9 to 5. So here's the rule. If debt takes money out of your pocket every month, it's bad. If debt puts money into your pocket, it can be good. Don't ignore this difference. It's keeping millions of people broke. 3. No financial roadmap. This one's huge. You wouldn't get in a car for a cross-country trip without GPS, right? Yet most people live their entire financial life with zero roadmap. They don't have a plan for where their money's going. They don't track spending. They don't set targets for savings or investments. They're basically hoping things will magically work out. But here's the truth. If you don't control your money will control you. Wealthy people operate with plans. They map out their next year, their next 5 years, even their retirement. And guess what? You don't need to be rich to start doing this. You can make a plan with whatever income you have right now. I worked with a client who made around $35,000 a year. For years, she said she couldn't save anything. Always broke by the 20th of the month. So we built her a roadmap. Step 1. An emergency fund of $1,000. Step 2. Pay down her credit cards. Step 3. Start investing $200 per month into index funds. Step 4. In 5 years, buy her first rental property. 5 years later, she has $18,000 in investments, no credit card debt, and is house hacking her first property. That's the power of a roadmap. So if you're broke, ask yourself, what's my financial GPS? Do I actually know where I'm going, or am I just driving in circles? Let's recap. The 3 mistakes keeping you broke are: 1. Thinking like a consumer instead of an owner. 2. Ignoring the difference between good and bad debt. 3. Living without a financial roadmap. And if you're making these mistakes, don't beat yourself up. Most people are. The important part is, now you know, and when you know better, you can do better. So here's my challenge for you. Pick just one of these mistakes and fix it this week. Open an investment account, make an extra debt payment, or sit down and write a 5-year financial roadmap. Don't just watch this video and move on. Take action, because every step you take toward financial freedom is a step away from being broke. Thanks for sticking with me. If this video hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, being broke might be your current situation, but it doesn't have to be your future.